Tuesday night after Pomona. Hello, Whitney. All I can do is think everything is covalent and cognizant. All right, we jumped past 25, and y'all have no idea what that means, but Whitney, Doug, and Donna and I, of course, Whitney and Doug being team owners. I don't have a clue what we got started on last night, but I can tell you that Doug cannot spell. We got some text from him that absolutely had us belly laughing, coming totally unglued, crying, snot going, the whole 9 yards. So anyway, I see Paul is tuned in, and so is Susan, and Mr. Mike Tough Paul has tuned in. Just wanted to catch up with everybody. I see Jamie Strickland's tuned in, and I was cheated again tonight. I was smart enough to put the phone where I can see the computer behind it and hopefully do a little better job reading things. So I see Glenn has tuned in. And I appreciate that, Glenn. Glenn said that my personality and demeanor are an inspiration. Go fast and be safe. Well, I appreciate that. Tyler, I will be in Arizona in a few days. Phoenix coming up. It'll be Thursday afternoon. I'll come rolling into Phoenix. The guys will get in there and it will be good. Looking forward to Phoenix. Phoenix is always a fun race. It's a fun racetrack. Always look forward to it. Frankie Smith, how are you? Anyway, guys, we had a pretty decent weekend in Phoenix in the Parks Plus car. What did everybody think about the blue car? I know we kind of debuted that, probably when I did the last DNC show, but what did everybody think about the blue car and blue trucks, trailers, if y'all got a chance to see it or not? I personally absolutely love how the blue car looks. Mr. Steve Tucker has joined us. Man, 8 o'clock, it's almost past your bedtime, buddy. You and Doug, I know y'all are like out early, so anyway, I'll pay for saying that later. I see Mr. Michael Upchurch has joined us, but just kind of wanted to talk about Pomona a little bit. We had a pretty good weekend. We made our first couple qualifying passes, made some pretty good runs, and to be honest with you, we were still working on a little bit of the tune-up, a little bit of stuff going on with just trying to kind of finalize a couple things. And our first couple runs, even though we ran really good, they actually were early shutoffs, planned early shutoffs. And I see a lot of people are tuning in that they like the blue car. I'm glad you do, and we do too. We absolutely love the blue car. I think it looks really, really good. So anyway, the first couple qualifying runs at Pomona, like I said, we clicked her off a little early, made a nice couple really good early numbers. Saturday, we run her on down through there, made a couple decent licks. With short field, the qualifying was a little odd. We qualified number 8, but because of it being a short field, we ended up running number 7, I think it was. I can't never keep up with all that, how the ladder works when it's short cars, but ended up racing old Terry McMillan, and he laid down solid run after solid run. It was pretty impressive for a group of guys that did not go test at all. So their first runs was right there at Pomona, but they did a really good job, and they just did a good job. And it was a heck of a drag race. I think I was 60 on the tree. He was 64. We went a 73 at 322. Come back for second round, had to race Brittany, and we just didn't have it tuned up enough. Track got a little better than we thought, I guess, and shook, pedaled, it recovered, went 81, and didn't even run it all the way because we were getting our hat handed to us. So it was pretty much done and over with at that point. But I was actually I get a note. We get notes every week from NHRA, and I printed it off here. This is basically information that they give us to tell us about what happened during the weekend, and some of it is pretty good information, actually. I mean, for example, 1.54 million people tuned in and watched the race. That's pretty good numbers. That's pretty big numbers. And they say that after re-airs, it'll be around 2.3 million people watch the Winter Nationals. That's good numbers. The grandstands were really full, and a lot of familiar faces in the winner's circle. I mean, just to, that's also on here too. And so that's why I'm thinking about it. But I mean, think about it. Doug Coletta, 3 years in a row. That dude has won the freaking Winter Nationals. And he won the finals too. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Jack Beckman, Jake Coughlin, Randy Landris won Top Fuel Harley. Sean Cowie, Top Alcohol Dragster. Doug Lambeck, Super Comp. Justin Lamb. A lot of y'all may not follow the sportsman racing probably as much as some, but I absolutely am blown away at how much that guy wins, how good he is. And he won Super Stock again. Val Torres won Super Gas. I don't know how many times he's done that, but he's done it a lot in Pomona. He's a West Coast guy. Don Mazier, top sportsman. Paul Nero, he's a guy that's been on a pretty good streak the last few years. He won Top Dragster. I love keeping up with the sportsman stuff. It's always fun for me. That's where I come from. I still feel like I'm a sportsman guy at heart. But, you know, I've now, I guess, driven Top Fuel cars longer than I ever bracket race. But still love it, still keep up with it. I seen Danny Nelson's tuned in. Reigning world champion in Top Dragster. Built basically all of my sportsman dragsters, except for my very first one, and he come fixed it. And then after that, I was a racecraft chassis guy from then on. And we almost pulled a double off a couple years ago in Topeka. We both made it to the final, and Danny lost by like 002, 001, some crazy number. But Danny's my buddy, and if y'all need a race car, he's the guy to go see. I was trying to keep up with a bunch of the comments that are coming in. I saw that somebody asked if we were running the new Goodyears. The new Goodyears that we tested are not available yet. And so, no, we were not running those Goodyears. Goodyear, you know, they test things, and, you know, we don't know when we'll see them, but you cannot run a different tire than anybody else is running. I know that for sure. Everybody runs on the same tire in funny cars and Top Fuel cars. Doesn't matter. They're all the same tire. So we don't get the choice of different compounds, different brands, but Goodyear does a great job. We really enjoy testing them. That's for sure. I'm trying to keep up with this stuff, y'all. Y'all are blasting them in here. How's the Hemi rebuild? I see, where'd that go? Michael Edmonds asking that. Well, if you're asking about the Dentley project, it's moving along pretty good. If y'all go back and look, you'll see I posted a photo from Arrington Performance. It looks like the motor's pretty much bolted together, and we will get to it as we can. You know, I don't know if y'all keep up with Jeff Lutz or not, but he's obviously filming a brand new show besides Street Outlaws and No Prep Kings, and he's getting a new car ready for No Prep Kings himself, which I think will debut at some point. Maybe, I think maybe even might not be till the race, but he's got a cool new car. I have seen it. I will not tell you what it is, but it looks really good. It looks fast, and I have no doubt that it will be. And I see Michael Upchurch saying maybe it's time for Danny to build a Top Fuel car. Don't think we hadn't talked about it, that's for sure, but it's been a lot of parts and pieces Danny has fixed and made for us over the year. And I see Wade McGowan. Yes, we all need Dentley. Yes, we do. We got to get Dentley moving. Wade McGowan, everybody at Race Parts Solution have been very, very helpful in getting the project to where it's at right now. But Jeff and Jeffrey both, like I say, doing this new show, they're busy. They're busy. I see Heather is asking, how is Millie doing with her training? Millie did awesome. It went well. I mean, she was there for a couple weeks while we were out west, and she acts very good as long as she's got a leash on and, you know, a collar on. She does really, really good. So Iggy, not so much. And I see Wade says he's seen the car too. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, not talking about Dentley. Yeah, it looks pretty dang fast and looks pretty good. So anyway, guys, we are ready for Phoenix. Had a couple weeks off, kinda, sorta, not really. I have traveled even while we were home from the races, but that is all good. And I see here Mr. Josh Sullivan. Hope to see you come to Eddyville, Iowa, 8th Mile. You know what? I would love to come to Eddyville. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, I know we are doing a couple match races this year. We're doing Budds Creek, Maryland again, as well as Martin, Michigan. We will be doing those 2 match races. Match races are always fun. Certainly enjoy them. Love doing them. I heard a puppy coming, but I don't see which one it is at the moment. But guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. Trying not to keep this too crazy awful long. I hear a dog. Let me get the dog. Come here. Millie. I don't know if she wants to come over here or not, y'all. Oh, look. She's here already. Look, right there. She's already here hanging out. I'm up looking for her, and she's right there. That is Millie's chair. Donna spends time in here keeping our company moving, which is Clay Milliken Racing. You can see a lot of paperwork, a lot of stuff over there. Let me grab her. She's about to knock things down. So Millie loves hanging out in the office here, and she's growing. She's getting big. She's not going to be big as Iggy, that's for dang sure, but she is growing and getting big. But she's a good girl most of the time. And have I raced Budds Creek since NHRA? Yes, I raced Budds Creek last year, and we'll be there again this year. Amy Johnson asking that. Budds Creek's a fun event. And anyway, guys, not going to keep you crazy long tonight. Just wanted to tune in, give you all a quick holler before I hit the airplane and headed to Phoenix. And somebody's trying to start biting me here. She's a pretty good girl most of the time, though. Like I say, she definitely minds better than the old Iggy does, that's for sure. Bobby Landrum tuned in. You're going to have to rewind and watch from the beginning. We talked about Pomona a little bit, talked about all the stuff that went on the past couple weeks at the racetrack. And I see Jerry is asking me, do you remember the days at Brainerd Optimus Drag Strip? Absolutely. I have went up and down that place in a Top Fuel car. And I think it's been redone since I've been there, so I've been told. And I see Rick says, see y'all in Gainesville. Talking about Mr. Steve Tucker. I don't talk about Steve Tucker too much because he's kind of my boss, so I don't mess with Tucker too much. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching tonight. I guess me and Millie we're going to go watch some TV. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do whatever she wants to do because she is kind of in charge. She's running the house except for Iggy. Y'all have a good evening. Hope to see y'all next Tuesday night, and maybe it'll be me, Millie, and Wally from Phoenix. See y'all next week.